What it do? Welcome back to the Wheat Field. Welcome back to the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to you too. My name is Lati. We are a spiritual reader, a channel messenger, and Spirit said today is January 14, 2026, which adds up to 7. And they told us to add it up. Literally. They said add it up. And then they put in a comment, they put to add things up is something about like culminating all things. So Spirit wants you to take account of everything and then add something up. So let's get the phone because we left it sitting over there. It's not far. So we can get into the comments. Jump into the live. What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to all of you. Hey, Melissa. What up, beloved? Thank you so much for tapping in. Spirit say we adding it up today. It's a wonderful week, Wednesday. What up, y'all? This week, thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and the Omega throat chakra. I don't know what that is. Spirit said, count it all the joy, add it all up. That's what we doing. Thank you to the Spirit. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega. Thank you to the birth of life. Thank you to the word that moves within. Goodness. All of it. Give it honor and praise to that which rules my life. The Alpha and the Omega. Oh, goodness. I don't know what's going on. It feels like it's something in competition. Because it's like we trying to do stuff and if we just keep doing the wrong thing, it's opposite. So maybe that's what Spirit is saying, like add up like everything, the culmination of all things. I know, bright and early, right? We trying to stay on like a schedule for, I know, Alpha and the Omega, right? Ashe. We trying to be in the realm of we probably gonna be on around this time trying to stay on the routine. But some days like it be, I don't know, the body be like, you need to rest. We are not getting up. So thank y'all for being so flexible with us and just understand that we don't never know when the Spirit gonna move us to read. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, right? Look, they're Most High don't all, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Sometimes it'd be weird to me because I know some people pre-record their videos and then they schedule them for a certain time. Sometimes we pre-record. Most of the time we're live. And because we're live most of the time, it's like really that thing. Like the Spirit moves us to read and to come to action. So it cannot be on some sort of predetermined schedule because I never know when I'm going to get called into service. So it's kind of like that. Thank you so much. I'm so glad, Miss Melissa. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Y'all, today I had a crazy dream. We still trying to work through it, but it did end up like one thing we dreamed about one ex, and I was like, why? So that's coming through. And then before we woke up, it was like somebody had got kidnapped, so we're gonna write that down. But it was like somebody's sister or person came up missing, and the boyfriend was like a target for investigation. But I don't think the police got to him because they family, the person who came up missing, they family got to him, and they had this person hog tied to a table and was getting ready to torture him to figure out where the hell their sister was at. So I don't know what's going on with that dream that came through, but somebody was hog tied to a table with chicken wire or fucking, you know, the wire that they put on the top of the prison. It's not like the super big shards, but like the regular barbed wire. They was hog tied to a table with barbed wire. And when I say he had like screws and shit in it, whoever this people family was, they was on some damn, what is that weird ass family? From like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where everybody in the family was kind of weird. They had some other shit going on. It felt like they had just messed with the wrong person. Like you probably could have got away or like not got what you got if you had chose a different person. So I don't now know what that was about. So we just gonna write it down because I have no idea. That it could have been just me being in. I don't know. I feel like it was a message in there. So we're gonna have to work around that. So this was an ex we dreamed about, and then we had the second dream. So we just gonna put that, and I'm gonna put today's date 1/14/2026. Spirit said today breaks down to I think the number 7. 2026 is always the 1, and then 14 and 1. Yeah, that's breaking down to the number 7. You dreamt of an ex the night before. Great day, Diana. Thank you so much for tapping in. Yeah, it's something weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like the subconscious is steady purging shit. If it's, nostalgia magic. Is it something in your currents that need to come up? Because they're kind of giving me like the waters. And it could be like the thing we've been talking about, the waters being disturbed. And your subconscious is kind of like, the waters. It's like the undercurrent. So it could be something in your subconscious that you are still working through in regards to past relationships. I know this ex is one in particular that I still have to deal with because me and Blessing, we're still raising Blessing. Well, I'm raising Blessing, and he gets involved when he chooses to because, it's his prerogative as the parent that doesn't have, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm the custodial parent, so therefore he gets to be involved whenever he feels like it. He's the vacation parent, I guess. I don't know. The when I want to drop in and say something to my kid parent, you know. So I do feel my waters is still disturbed about that. Like there's some undercurrent, because who wouldn't feel a kind of way about that? So I get why that dream is coming up. Now this second one, I don't understand that shit at all. Oh wow, yeah. That what? It's crazy because when you're the custodial parent, of course you catch everything. Like you dealing with 100% of the job, and then the other parent can choose to drop in and drop out when they fucking feel like it. For a person, I swear to God, they were so into being a good dad and being a good parent, and family was everything. He sure turned out to be another deadbeat, which is kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. No, and we was married. It's not like we didn't get married. We was married, and we adopted Blessing while we were married. And even when we were getting ready to divorce, like we were separating, and he still committed to adopting her and doing that. It could have been because he was still trying to make a ploy towards me. I don't know, but he's always had a loving relationship with Blessing until like she was 9, 10 years old. Then shit started to get rocky. But that's when we started developing or experiencing a lot of behavioral issues with her. They got really severe, probably for like the last 10, not 10 years. Well, probably. Because, we noticed about 5 or 6, like really issues that were beyond. She always displayed issues that were more severe than a regular toddler. But probably like school age, kindergarten, first grade, all the way up to like 10th grade. She's in the 11th grade right now. Did we really like shit? Oh my goodness. Like feel like we was getting beat up by a kid. But yeah. I do still feel my waters disturbed on that. So somebody could still be working through issues with relationships. Like especially if you have to deal with a person off and on, they are still current in your present life. Then yeah, so it's something weird with that. Yeah, thank you so much. And Blessing is her first name technically, cause my sissy, her birth mom, wanted to name her Blessings Tamari. And I was like, that don't seem like it roll off the tongue. Like, blessings Tamari, blessings Tamari, blessings Tamari. Then I was like, Tamari blessing, Tamari blessing. And we was like, yeah, go with Tamari blessing. So a lot of times I'll just call her, we might call her any one of her nicknames. She could be Mars, Mars Bars, um, Mari. She could be, but a lot of times I call her Blessing. And it's just like, a lot of people in our family call her Blessing after what her mom, had selected. So, um, yeah, and I remind her that she's a blessing, by calling her her name. Because even though, we had so much behavioral issues, she used to talk, be very shameful about herself. Like, I can't get anything right. I just keep making a mess. Even though I try to fix it, I still make more of a mess. And it was messing with her worthiness. And she was in a very bad depressive cycle. We had to get a lot of help. But she's doing so much better. So when we add, even when I look at blessing and I add everything up and get to culmination, I just see this kiddo that went through so much shit so early in life, and then the ability to stabilize, and then again, just keep going. Like right now, she's 17, she'll be 18 this year. We're making plans for secondary school, because public school and shit, it just hasn't been the best plan. And we knew that. And we've been searching for alternative education methods for at least 10 years, and it's really not a lot. It's really not. Between public school that's affordable, free, and then you have to pay, whether it's like, for one, there's no therapeutic behavioral schools, right? And schools that do offer anything, it's only for like 90 days, which is not sustained long enough to get the benefit that you need. And so the other option is to pay for like private school or parochial school or something like that, and that shit is hellified expensive. Can't nobody fucking afford that shit. So you end up being stuck in a cycle. I don't have the expertise to homeschool her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I gotta work. So it's like a crazy ass cycle you get caught up in. So we're still looking for more alternatives, and she now, when she turns, at this stage, she qualifies for other places and benefits that we can get into. So yeah. And we do. We teach meditation. We teach not only just meditation, but grounding and breath work. You know what I mean? Like how to calm herself down, how to kind of step outside of herself and observe. You know what I mean? But she's 16. Like she's practicing these things, and she's been in therapy for so long. It was like she could come in there and tell you some shit, and you'd be like, did you sounded like you literally just fucking recited the PS 7000 or whatever the fuck they call that shit right back to you. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't. They don't want to teach kids meditation and shit because they feel like it's doing something to them. Oh my God, my kid got into the Kundalini flow. He learned how to breathe and calm himself down. This got to be devil work. It's so weird. But yeah, teach to kiddos is a great way to calm them down and help them focus their energy and redirect themselves. A lot of little boys that get a little hyper and rambunctious, and they need to get that energy out, for one, because they don't have enough playtime to get the energy out. And then, so they're teaching them like how to feel themselves and how to emotionally regulate. Yeah, to steal the waters. Absolutely, to steal the water. So I do feel like there's still water disturbance. So it may be like some things that you recognize and some things that you don't. What are the things that kind of rustle your spirit and you still feel like that undercurrent is there? Mine, I told you with that ex, it is there because we're supposed to be, co-parenting blessing, and he just kind of skipped out on his responsibility. I don't know who would not be upset about that. It doesn't matter how common it happens. When it happens to you, you still feel a kind of way about it. So let's see. General message today I get, it's kind of like I don't know, Spirit said add up the cost, like add it up. I don't know if we just adding it up and counting it to joy. Because that's what I try to do. You know, that's my focus. You know, to count it all to joy. I'm trying to run joy up. You know what I mean? Like, count everything up. Like, to take account of it. Allow myself to think about it, understand how I feel about it, and then count all of that up to joy. You know, transmute it. That way I'm not walking around feeling a kind of way because of these things. Like, it's a thing with, you know, he skipped out. Literally, we moved back to Michigan to our hometown so we can have more help and support with Blessing because we were really struggling. I mean, by the time 13, 14 rolled around, it was like, okay, we're making plans to get back towards family because we need a network, a community to help us wrap our arms around this kiddo so we can make sure that she launches, you know. And her dad was like, yes, I'm going to be there. There was a time he came over to the house and sat and snapped. So when I say snotted, slid down the wall, kick, fight, scream, the air just like did one of those Cuba Gooding Juniors, like, ah, I haven't been there for you. I wasn't there for you. I wasn't there for her. You know how they just, I mean, buckets, alligator tears. And it hurts my heart to see a man cry. It's something with that baby that just like, oh, goodness, turns me into a big mama bear. And he's like 6'8" or some shit. And I just wanted to rock him. It's okay. I know you fucked over us, you big ass baby. You say you go come back and do the right thing. Now sit your ass up and blow your nose and do the right, you know. And he still left anyway. Fell in love with another chick 3 months later and moved to New York. It's like, well, that was interesting. I'm hearing Rihanna. A round of applause. A fucking standing ovation. Round of applause. You talking about somebody come over and perform to you so goddamn tough. Like, what the shit? You done broke down and put a fucking 7-foot ass person on your damn lap so you can comfort them back. And they apologizing to you and you need to get a ass and tissue. That was crazy. Wow. You know what? Some people are just weird. So, whatever he was going through. Let's get some angel messages out. What is the spirit trying to tell us today? Add it up. It's something about adding up the cost. We were getting definitely like counting it all to joy. You know, because once Blessing is launched, and it's like, shit, we did that. You know, Emperor energy, we did it. She's the last kiddo in the house. Our other children, we have a 29-year-old and a 25-year-old, soon to be 25. Look at that Emperor flying right back out. They said boss energy, way to hold the shit motherfucking down. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, and discipline. Leadership has been coming through. Somebody may end up getting some sort of promotion on the job, so please do keep a tab on that. I don't know if somebody is, you know, anticipating something if you have applied for something, or you may end up just getting tapped by somebody to come and fill some sort of gap, some sort of, you know, opening that could be coming through. And this could also be saying, just like you in this emperor ass energy, like where you are holding your boundaries, you are analyzing, you are reflecting, you are in control of self, you are overseeing your empire, everything that you have built, right, is given that. And I don't feel like this is my ex's energy. I don't. I feel like this is you, like the, you know, the we feel like you're standing in your power. And if you haven't figured that out yet, your spirit and your mindset is geared towards sitting in your position, gaining control over your life, and being conscious of your decisions. Like you are taking account of all things, you adding it up, or everything is starting to add up. Thank you, spirit. Definitely that emperor. And I'm hearing self-control. Yeah, the emperor is self-controlled. They don't need anybody to manage them or fucking police them in any kind of way. They know how to do they self. I'm doing me. Get your ass away from me is what I heard. Five of Swords. So there's an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity and have questionable motives. Now, we do feel that. Avoid people who have questionable motives and people who lack integrity. Sometimes, see, like, when you see how they put all their chips on the table and shit like that, it's like, did you add up the cost? You know, sometimes it's giving risk and reward, like, add up the cost. I'm seeing risk versus reward. Like, you got, first of all, who the fuck are you playing with? Sometimes you just sit down at the table and you play around with folks and you don't know who's there or who you sit at the table with. One of these people is goddamn shyster because they done got over this is mental conflict, this is mental fuckery. Somebody wasn't playing right. It's given that somebody cheated. Either they were cheating or they were a fucking shark, like somebody that's been playing cards since they was fucking 3 years old, and they know how to bluff, they know how to hold, how to fold, and tails and toads and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They they got everybody at the table, and one person sitting up there confused. Look, one person like, shit, this motherfucker got all of us. This one done lost his damn shirt. He looked like he done lost the mortgage. And this one is confused as fuck. Like, how the hell did that happen? He getting away with everything. Laughing his ass off. Sometimes you just gotta know who you playing the game with. Or understand that Nope. The Emperor is looking. They could be observing how somebody move and be like, no, I'm not fucking with you. I already know you on some shicey shit. That's what it's giving. I already know you on some shicey shit. This one? Yeah, so be careful. If you've seen a person move on in a shicey kind of way, they shady and you a side-eye them, because we kind of got that. Yeah, see, look, there's the Nine of Pentacles. I know it's coming out weird. See, you see the little bird? You know what I'm saying? You got spiritual advice come and tell you some shit. So we were kind of giving a bit of a testimony. We have been married twice. So the second husband, fucking narcissist, right? And we were in the elevator. This was crazy ass fucking story. I'm gonna give y'all this short and skinny. Right? Met this dude online. We started kicking it, thought we was cool. We started meeting up for like coffee dates, little appetizers and shit. Everything was going well. It's just kind of progressed naturally. Going from meeting to coffee dates or appetizers to more involved dates and stuff. You know, Dave and Buster's, fun shit, right? We was just having a good time. And we ended up, you know, in relationship, moving in together, the progression. Oh, I cleaned out a drawer. You stay a couple nights or a night over here or whatever. I cleaned out a drawer so you can leave a couple things. You ain't got to bring it back and forth. You know, just kind of the thing, right? So, progress to us living together 5 or 6 months into the relationship for Spirit to show me, look over. Remember, I told you, you ain't always got to snoop some shit. Spirit to show you. So, he's sitting at the computer. I'm sitting like leaning up against the couch. Email on his computer comes up that says, regarding the marriage of. What the fuck do you mean the marriage of? The marriage of who? Oh, you still fucking married? I thought you said you were divorced. We talked about this specifically. I don't date married people. What do you mean? So then it was the conundrum of we've been dating each other for 6-7 months at this point. We were now living together. My children are on the way to come back and stay with me in California, like in the midst of all this shit. Now, could I have stopped and said, fuck you, you broke my boundary, you're a goddamn liar, you're not ethical, you don't have integrity, I'm seeing how you move, right? But I didn't. I stayed. I let the situation justify itself. He lied because he didn't want me to know he was married to a crazy ass ex who was putting him through a fucking 4 or 5 year divorce, and he was embarrassed and ready to move on with his life, but feeling stuck with the other wife. Yeah, I allowed that to happen. Instead of saying, when you get done with this shit and clean up your nasty, messy ass divorce and heal from your emotions of it, if the Spirit brings us back around, then we may be able to move forward, but right now I'm done. And that should have been the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. Did not do that. Learn my lesson. Big lesson. Right? So, all that to say is that you don't always have to be looking for some shit. It'll come back around. This is the same person when we were in the process of divorcing, like finally fighting with this ex-wife to get the divorce, because she was dragging it out on bullshit. She was missing court dates. She wasn't filing paperwork. They both were engaged in some tit for tat shit. But you could tell the tactic was to drag it out and to delay it. And she was doing that. I witnessed it and observed it. I saw it. So that's how I know that sometimes a narcissist and a narcissist get together, because both of them motherfuckers was crazy in the end. I'm just saying, it was, whew. Anywho, this is the one I told you. One of the things she was fighting about was her wedding ring. Where is my ring? And he kept saying, we got into an argument. You took your ring off and put it in the bed, or gave it to me or something, and I threw it across the room. Whatever. Or I put it on the bed. I don't know what you did with it. I don't know what you did with it. This man was lying to her the whole motherfucking time. When we finally were able to get, what is it called, bifurcation, because they were fighting over custody of the kids. She did not want him to have any custody over the children. We just talked about custody and custodial parenting, right? He's fighting for 50-50, which a lot of men don't fight for 50-50, and if they do, it's under some sort of other whatever. But he was fighting for 50-50 with her. And he would not relent. She would not relent. So we were stuck in this crazy ass thing. So we were finally able to get the proceedings bifurcated, where we could terminate the marriage, return him to single status, while we were still fighting 50-50 for the kids. So 2 separate trials we're going through at this time. Got the bifurcation, boom, single status is restored, boom. Now I feel like I'm in upright. I'm no longer dating a married man. Yes, life has been restored. Dun 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 dun. We won. Because she's crazy. Only for him to get in the fucking elevator and say, I pawned her ring. You mean to tell me this woman was fighting for her ring the whole damn time, one of those things she was talking about, and you kept telling her she lost it only for you to have pawned it? So I know, like I told y'all last night, when my motherfucking ring and shit came up missing because all the shit he was doing to her motherfucking ass, he started doing to me in the marriage. Oh, I read this in y'all divorce papers. I read these in her pleadings. I read these in her filings. I read these in her protection orders. Oh, that's exactly what the fuck you just did to me. Oh, y'all both fucking crazy. This bitch trying to act like she didn't know about fucking bank accounts that she signing checks for. She crazy. So I'm seeing the crazy on her. She fucking doing all kind of weird shit. She fucking called the police to come with her to pick up her kids. When we trying to send the kids out to the car, she won't take the kids with her, y'all. We doing fucking curb and pick up and drop off. We try to send the kids outside to the car so she can get in them, but she just waiting on the fucking police to come to get the kids that's at her fucking car. Bitch, you just trying to start some shit. That's how you know. 2 narcissistic people together. Oh, I was caught in a fucking storm, y'all. I'm telling you. That shit was wild. And it had me so confused. Like, I was feeling a kind of way for him. Like, yeah, this bitch is nuts. Like, sometimes women is just really crazy. She dragging you through all this shit. And the only thing you want to do is be a father to your kids and have a great life. Man, look. I think it's still some undercurrent about that, too. We're going to put that down there. Because both of them people was nuts. So sometimes it's like now, like you don't realize how much undercurrent it is. The fact that I have so much expression and passion when retelling those events let me know that the undercurrent is still present. It is. Because it's like, you can tell how a person do people for real when you see them do other people. And we can have a tendency to think, oh, he not gonna do us like that. She not gonna do us like that. Oh, we different. I'm different. Like you got the golden stick or the magic click. And spirit to be like, no, they just had it. They just had it until the opportune time. And when was his time? When we got married. We got married. We got the house, and it was just like, okay, here comes Cray. Here comes crazy. Here's that other person. And I was sitting over here like, shit, how the fuck did we get into this? But what it did do is teach me about my emperor energy and how to regain control. How to see people when they are moving with a lack of integrity. Even when it's like against other people. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's how they treat an ex. That's one of my red flags. If you are a person that talks very bad about your ex and you're complaining about the person that you with, like my ex-husband coming and snotting and crying and shit, talking about how he should have did right, but you talk about your wife all the time in a very bad way. Like it's that thing where they gotta just destroy your character so that they can get some sort of empathy. And sometimes things just don't quite add up, do they, we? Like, if this person was such a piece of shit, why are you still there? And for a long time, like, my ex, like, the one that I'm supposed to be collaborating and raising, blessing, he has another kiddo with his ex-wife, his bio kid. And his whole thing was being a dad, but you don't mind getting up and moving to another state away from your kid. So being a dad could not have been your prime motive. Maybe sometimes children are the thing people use to attach to you, beloved. Like it's when if they don't have you, they not fucking with the kid. Right? They'll use the kid to get to you. And just like they'll use the kids to hurt you. Just like my ex-husband, his wife was using the kids to hurt him. They were a ploy in the whole motherfucking system to drag him along and to just fuck with people. People do all kinds of crazy shit in terms of manipulating tactics. This is kind of where it's kind of feel like it's evolving to. What are the things that people do to fuck over you or to get over on you or to just do what they feel like they want to do, which usually involves fucking over you? People who are not ethical, people who lack integrity, people who you cannot readily discern their motives. Do the shit add up, we. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's time to let go of it all. Four of Wands is coming through, and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's so much to celebrate, right? We see the King of Pentacles and the Eight of the Ten of Swords. Something is over. So I don't know if this is you walking away from another person. If you decided to end a situation that just wasn't going well, like when you add it all up, Ten of Swords, like it was just way too much. You know, you start adding shit up, and the Emperor started adding shit up. They're like, no, it's too much. I gotta protect my own interests. I gotta protect the kingdom. Four of Wands. I gotta make sure that money still keeps coming in. And it's given a windfall of abundance. It says wise counsel too. Wise counsel. It's like making sure that you see, look, here's the King of Pentacles. This is somebody that's protecting not only just their empire, but it's like future growth. When you add it all up, if it's not something that is leading to your benefit and to your growth and longevity, then it's something that you should walk away from. Look, that's the Knight of Pentacles. That's adding it up. That's loyalty, dedication, being protective, proactive, a little bit apprehensive. You are planning carefully before you take action and then get going. But it's like you plan, you think, you're careful, you're steady. You're a person with loyalty, commitment, and dedication, and it's given to your future and to longevity. Not only just the children and things like that, but home and stability is given a future. Like, what do you really want? You want stability. You want happiness. You want your abundance to last. It's giving legacy, retirement, and beyond. Whether it's your children, your grandchildren, all of that stuff. Yeah, Knight of Wands coming through. There's our knight. Knight of Wands. Very passionate. Very passionate about it. Confident, charismatic, restless even. So somebody could really be thinking and working on how to bring this about, right? For some reason, I just heard the words I spy. I spy a little lie. So I don't know, maybe you got your eye on somebody because you might feel like this person is lacking integrity. Definitely giving, staying focused, and trusting your instincts. Being ready to take immediate action when needed. So when shit don't add up, then you know what to do with it. I'm almost giving somebody that's scanning. It's giving like ever watchful. Yeah, the sun. So you always looking, ever watchful. You need to see, right? You are always looking for things to be exposed for when things come to light. But I'm also getting happiness, using your power, your desire to fulfill whatever it is that you set out to do. See, look, here's I'm getting this person right here because I'm seeing a little red flag or whatever they carrying or feather, and look, there it is. It's like coming in after whatever, like your time of happiness. You see your decree. So you had a call, you had a decree, the contract, so contract, and it's giving you had the fire and the power to do it, to meet it. You were given that spiritual help. Somebody's definitely in their masculine energy right now, very powerful. Yeah, planning, taking the next steps. So even after this win, because I feel like this is a success with the sun, it's even giving taking the next steps after that is done. We see Heartache, Three of Swords, and we see the King of Cups. So we do see have a person over here that is feeling a kind of way, some sort of great sadness that should heal in time, being called to let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. The King of Cups is somebody who's generally trustworthy, honorable, devoted, someone that you can trust. Again, a situation that's safe, a solid relationship. Well hidden but well-intentioned emotions. So somebody could be hiding their emotion. And that could be a part of the undercurrent, right? It could be the undercurrent of hidden emotion, things that still hurt, or disturb your heart. That's definitely a disturbance in the water, right? King of Cups is water, right? And the Three of Swords, that's like a disturbance in the water. I'm hearing God is gonna trouble the waters. That's been coming out, so somebody may need to consider, how all of the past events add up and stack up for you. And like, are there some things that you need to deal with so that you have better control over your life? And maybe even continue to give out love and compassion, because when we look across here, we see the Emperor, we see the Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you understand how to check for people who don't have integrity, how to play the game so that you can keep your money or get your money. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords is a harsh ending. King of Pentacles, so whatever you went through in the past, you learned a lot, right? So, and you had to end things to bring relief to yourself and maintain your money, your status. So I don't know if this is after the fact that you had already played the game and you were in your stability, like independence, and now you're growing from the Nine of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, being this Knight energy, like having and it could be the fact that you are like a king by yourself independently. I don't know if there was another person here. I don't know why I feel like this is you, the Emperor, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is you. You may have took a little hit, right? So the Emperor is usually contains the King of Pentacles. So with this Five of Swords, you may have gambled something that may have made you take a financial hit. Right? You still doing good if that be the case, because Nine of Pentacles is more than self-sufficient. Like, you can hold yourself down. You understand how to grow back, right? Yeah, it might have been something that made you feel a kind of way with the Ten of Swords. You may still have an undercurrent about how you feel about this with this blue, but it's definitely given like you know what to do. King of Pentacles, like you could grow that back. And it's from your attribute of being loyal and dedicated, planful and decisive. Like, you take steady, you're steady, right? It's like you might pull it back, get a better look, move forward, planful strategy. And it's going to bring you to the place of stability. It's definitely like beneficial for what you have grown and what you have established in terms of home, partnerships, relationships, things like that. And I'm getting a windfall of abundance. Again, you grew that back. Not only did you restore whatever was you feel like you lost out of the Five of Swords, but you're getting more. It's giving some sort of breakout energy with the Knight of Wands to the Sun, definitely racing towards victory and another level of happiness, and potentially partnerships or just more plans to expand. You know, again, we've been getting this feeling of when you have the world in your hands and you've already conquered the world, like, where else do you go? You start exploring other shit. We've been talking about exploring space, and y'all might be thinking, like, what the fuck is she talking about? But people who know and you watch certain industries, you may be aware that it's a lot of companies, tech companies, coming together to mine resources and minerals from the moon. So if you have a certain type of mindset, your market may not even be on Gaia anymore. Your market, Emperor, could be looking at something greater, like celestial. Like, I'm gonna figure out a way to take some of these coins I got and put it into an emerging market where they're mining on the moon, and I'm gonna set myself up for the future, because it's not just about resources here on Gaia. So somebody could have a far-reaching mind. This spirit may bring you in either another person with the Knight of Cups, or you could be offering this cup to somebody else. Somebody could, yeah, it's either the spirit is bringing a cup to you, or you're going to be offering a cup to somebody else. Transformation. I don't know if the cup that you're offering is to another person. I don't know. Is it to yourself? Because you could still just be loving on you and doing what you're doing. You know, falling in love with yourself. You could be falling in love with life. You could be flirting with life. Somebody could be coming in to sweep you off of your feet. It's definitely some sort of love coming in and transformation. And it could be just like moving forward with this love. I'm kind of getting like a love for life, like being flirtatious with life and transformation. Yeah, Eight of Swords. It's like releasing yourself. You are no longer caught or trapped. It could be just like, I don't know what the love is that dose of spirit that's going to transform things and unlock some sort of gate. It could be to another level of happiness. We've been talking about people who know how to open the doorways to just go to different timelines and shit. I want to move to a higher timeline and not understand how to use my abilities to astral project my consciousness into a higher timeline of myself, right? I'm not accessing anybody else's timeline. I'm seeing my own and sending myself there. The Lovers. You going somewhere. It could be connecting with another version of yourself, what I'm saying. Right? If you in this Emperor energy, who's missing? Look, Knight of Swords and release. So it's like, who's missing? It's your divine feminine energy. And it's Knight of Cups and transformation and unlocking yourself. And right here, it could be unlocking your divine feminine within, so that you can balance yourself out. A person who's been in Emperor status, like, we just kind of talked about two versions or two portions of our life in terms of testimony that would make you have to sit in Emperor energy, like, be in your authority. not necessarily balanced on both sides. Like when we were asking for help with blessing because of the behavioral issues, we were definitely balls to the wall, full on in emperor energy, trying to maintain not only control of the household for self first and foremost, because we got to manage us and be in control of self, and then we got the kiddos, and then we got the household, and then it's work and everything else. So it wasn't always, I didn't always have the ability to fall back right into divine feminine and really nurture and bring her up so that I can do things or see things in a different way. Sometimes it was like shit. I felt like a doctor who had lost their bedside manners, right? That disposition where when you are the custodial parent and you're dealing with everything, your tolerance, your patience, all that shit get thin. Especially when you keep repeating yourself and you don't have that extra support. It could be, it's definitely difficult for a person, a parent with regular kiddos, not no kid is regular, right? But let alone having diagnosable issues like ADHD or abandonment syndrome or ODD, stuff like that. Yeah, Four of Swords. We kind of talked about breath work and breathing and meditation and how that helps kiddos, and it actually helps us too. You know what I'm saying? Like to manage your inner child and the inner conflict, to breathe. And it's given like the ability to take that fucking armor off. You see how the armor is off? Shit, can I take some of this fucking shit off? Like all the years, the shit adds up. All the events, the shit adds up. Can I breathe and count that shit to joy? Transformation. Look, this is, I think she's the Four of Coins. And she learns how to control her energy, managing your resources wisely, battling extremes, smart business decision. You can't see things as black and white, right? It's a whole lot of gray. It's a whole lot of gray. The moon. See, not seeing things in black and white. It's a whole lot of gray. Anything else in here, Spirit? Thank you. This one. Yeah, Page of Wands. Some sort of inspiration. Right, ideas and inspirations. Yeah, and Page of Pentacles. Studying. Right, so it could be like adding it all up, or through study you are now being able to add everything up to bring things together. The Lovers, which today breaks down to 7, so this could be like the thing with like relationship with self. I'm getting self and others. Because once you improve the relationship with yourself and marry you, then you're ready, to commune with others too in a more healthy type of way. Like, so maybe it's a part of like what we were talking about, decompartmentalizing. Sometimes we compartmentalize shit and we don't understand how it all adds up, how it all stacks up. Oh wow, Miss Melissa, you had to heal from abandonment issues. Yeah. And even though Blessing she never went to like foster care or anything like that. She was with mom. She came home with Sissy. She did. And she tried, but her addiction, the disease of addiction, having a kid is not, usually a strong enough motivator for a person to heal from addiction. Right, they may want to, the desire is definitely there, but that doesn't mean that the capability is there, that they still need treatment, right? So it didn't last. You know what I'm saying? It didn't last. And I think Blessing was with mom. She came home with Sissy to mom's house. Sissy ended up taking Blessing like over to a friend, like an overnight stay. They were gonna go, her and the baby, for a couple days, give mom a break, get out the house. And Sissy ended up leaving Blessing very early. I think she was like 2 months old, or a couple weeks to 2 months or something. Like, she wasn't more than 2 months. And she was over there for a couple of days, and the girl that she had went over to hang out with had called mom like, hey mama, I didn't want to call you and let you know that Tree took off, you know, I got the baby, she's out of milk, she's out of diapers, you know what I mean? So mom had to go get her. And we immediately started the process of like, okay, we're gonna foster. And then because we were Blessing was here in Michigan and we were in Arizona, so we had to go through state capitals and shit to do interstate foster, interstate adoption. It took years, but we ended up getting custody of Blessing when she was 11 months. So it took us from 2 months around initiation to about 11 months until we got approved for foster, and now it's just to bring her across state lines. So it took us a very long time, and she was with family the whole time, but kiddos still know, right? She didn't have enough time to bond with her mom, you know, so she still developed abandonment syndrome. And I don't know what happened in that space, you know, even though it was just a couple of days. You don't know, because babies, infants, their brain are still forming, neural pathways are still forming, they're still connecting, they feel, and everything is based on feeling and sensation and having your needs met and feeling safe. So a part of the thing that she does not do well with is a feeling of safety. You know, she doesn't like change. It takes us a year or 6 months to a year to really prepare her for change. If Blessing was going to stay with her dad for the summer, I would start talking to her about it in the winter. I would have to talk to her about it in the winter. Yes, you're going to dad's for the summer. When am I going to dad's? You're going to dad's right after school ends. I got your plane ticket. This is the day. You know, and we would have to constantly reaffirm the day that she's leaving in the whole process. And that takes a hellified level of patience. And when you start doing that shit by yourself, baby, look, manifestation is coming through. So I'm not for sure what you're trying to manifest, but this undercurrent could be affecting you. It's like just talking about, you know, some of the things help resolve the issues. Like being able to just add things up, like to notice, you know, damn, this thing does kind of still bother me. Damn, this thing does still kind of bother me. I can see how that, you know, could affect this. Yeah, clear, cancel, and release. See, clear, cancel, and release. What are the things that still do bother you a bit that you may not really recognize as something that is disturbing your undercurrent? It's like, do you take account of all of that? Do you see how it all adds up? Do you see how it all stack up? And somebody may not. You may be thinking, you know, again, in a very compartmentalized way where you don't see how all of it has accumulated, how it's culminated. Yes, Melissa, change is hard. Time for transmutation. Yeah, transmute that energy to change it. Violet flame. I feel intuition. I feel somebody operating on a very high level. Spiritual growth is coming through. So something about spiritual growth. And relax and open up to the source. Keep your heart open. Somebody is being prepared for change. And it says trust your own wisdom. Have faith. Not just in your psychic abilities, but it's something about your senses. Like, is the spirit trying to bring something to your attention to say, hey, these are other areas where you may need to kind of add up or see how that grief, the undercurrent, is still affecting your reality. It's still kind of affecting what you want to manifest. And you may need to kind of get relaxed. It's definitely giving rest. I'm picking that up. But I do see controlling your energy. There are some things that are in your subconscious, like the hidden truth. And it can be brought to the surface. You could use them for inspiration. Yeah, clear thinking. It's definitely something about clearing your mind, right? And the undercurrent shit could be affecting your ability to get clear. It's affecting the heart. It's affecting your emotion. It's affecting your undercurrent. And sometimes you don't really understand how that undercurrent or those underlying themes are affecting how you're thinking. There is not all adding up. And it's like bring it together in wholeness, like the culminated or the I just keep seeing the word culminate or culmination, like the culminate of all things, of everything that has happened. Like to consider all of it. And are there underlying currents that disturb your waters and may affect how you think? I am a clear mind. Y'all don't know why we said I am, but that's what they said. I am a clear mind. So maybe that's the affirmation. A clear mind is essential if we want to achieve our goals. Yes. Yet it can yet it can often happen that our minds become congested and tangled with disparate thoughts. Disparate thoughts like things that happened in the past. Like damn, like when I connected to a person, this person came to me and gave me such an emotional display, opened me up emotionally to where I connected to them from an empathetic and sympathetic standpoint, over only for them to play me at the end of the day. That can make you feel very skeptical, right? It'd be like, I don't trust no emotional display because I know people have a propensity to make grand emotional displays only as a tactic to get what they want. So that undercurrent can cause a distortion if you don't deal with it. It says we need to stay aware of our thoughts to be able to categorize them as relevant or irrelevant to present our present needs and let go of them accordingly, thus allowing us to concentrate fully on the task at hand. And I'm getting concentration. I'm feeling like what was this Knight of Pentacles right here? This person definitely concentrates on the plan ahead, right? They have to have a clear mind. I will not let my mind become cluttered with needless thoughts. Do you have things just kind of roaming around in there? Are you able to focus? Are you able to stay clear? If it's not, it could be because other things are affecting your ability to have a clear mindset. Yeah, compassion is coming through, courage is coming through, and creativity. Those three C's: compassion, courage, and creativity. So, whatever is the undercurrent, it could be affecting all three. So let's see. Let's get a couple things to kind of clear out, and then we're going to wrap it up for the rising message. I feel a spiritual clutter. Like there is an undercurrent that people need to consider. What is your undercurrent? Are things adding up? Do you need to do some self-accounting? Yeah. Yeah, heart opening. So definitely compassion, courage, and creativity. Heart opening. And we see that transformation. And I'm getting the Four of Swords is rest and breathing, allowing breath work to open you back up, to calm the system down, to help you balance so that you can bring your divine feminine energy out. Right? She may be laying dormant. She may be hiding because you've been hurt. The Three of Swords. You've had to put her away and step into the Emperor to make sure things go on today, that everything happens that needs to happen. Right? I'm hearing Tupac, speak your truth. Definitely truth, clear thinking. The ability to speak your truth comes from a clear mindset, right? Your thoughts are not racing. You are able to formulate, your truth and speak it clearly and concisely so that you can cancel, clear, and release. Invoke belonging. When you do things on your own for so long, you can feel unsupported, right? But when you come in to nurture and support yourself, you allow yourself to take the armor off, let your guard down a little bit, even if it's just with you at first. Do you have to be so hyper guarded over yourself? Can you open your heart up to you? Can you acknowledge, what, these past things, some of these things still hurt me. Like I still feel the residual energy of that. I feel the undercurrent. I feel the emotional disturbance. I'm going to allow myself to comfort myself, to validate myself, to understand myself. Yes, you feel this, and it's okay that you feel it. right? How do I culminate all of these experiences and see how the culmination of them add up to who I am? It's not just defining me, because I'm not just like what I went through, but I've grown from it, I've developed from it. I am a whole person with a set of knowledge and value systems and principles and, all of this because of my life experiences. It's a part of who I am. And I don't want to dismiss it. I don't want to separate it. I don't want to deny it. I want to validate the fact that I went through it. I want to understand and validate myself that, hey, I did not make the best decision. I could have broke my own boundary, right? I could have allowed myself to be opened up and connected to somebody, and I may not have known whether or not they were actually being trustworthy. All of those things, right, can make a person either be hyper, authoritative even over self, like very hard on you. You could become self-critical and self-deprecating, right? Instead of loving yourself through your mistakes, you may dictate yourself, don't do that shit no more, because the last time you did that shit, you really fucked it up and somebody got away with some of your coin and you had to bounce back and all this shit. No, love yourself through it. If anything, you know what that tail looks like. You know when a person is playing with you. You know when they're being unethical and they lack integrity. Yeah, so don't fall into the energy of self-disgust, like where you beat yourself up. Stay rooted and grounded in who you are, and knowing that your experiences just teach you lessons and you just learn and get better for it. Count it up, add it up, and then, transmute it into joy. You know, it's like all of it is useful, all of it is valuable. But it's something again about denying that undercurrent. And somebody got a promotion coming. Do you want to look at money real fast? Let's look at the money real quick since we looked at you and what might be coming in, like what the spirit may want you to deal with from an interpersonal perspective. Could be this undercurrent issue. Something could be coming in to have you deal with it. Yeah, organization is in reverse. Work-life balance is in reverse. So somebody could really be in that energy of like everything is about work. Everything is about getting that bread up. And you may not be taking your armor off, right? You may just be staying in workaholic mode and you're not allowing yourself to come down and to deal with certain shit, to allow your divine feminine energy to come through. And eventually that kind of rolls over into other things, because divine feminine is very creative. So if you're looking to create more abundance and longevity, like to bring that creative energy out we saw, then there's another level to learning how to master your energy. I feel like it's a card in here that doesn't belong. It is. Thank you, Spirit. It's time for transmutation. Definitely change. So whatever the heartbreak is that undercurrent. To face it gives you the ability to transmute it. It's very difficult to transmute and change things that you are unaware of or that you're unwilling to face. Thank y'all so much for sticking in. Let's get a message for the money. Yeah, we do see, 3 of Swords is coming through. That is that undercurrent, that heartache. And we see 6 of Coins. Somebody is going to bring something to you. Like she's sitting on coins. She fucking riding around on sunshine. She got a fucking golden wheelchair. That's crazy. Yeah, 3 of Wands, planning for the long term. Abundance from past choices. Pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. This is coming from something you did in the past. And which is like you've learned from the past. Like you gathered your skills from the past. So that was like, okay, well that makes sense. The good you do comes back to you. So if you did good to others and you took a risk on them and somebody did not display integrity or ethics or something like that, then it will come back. Like your energy in every form, whether it's time, resource, money, just the doing, right? You put energy into people, into situations, and into events, and things will come back to you. You give in good energy, you will receive in good energy. Now, if you give in fucked up energy, then guess what? You receive fucked up energy. Like what goes around comes around. So an unexpected inflow of abundance, and we said somebody was going to get a windfall, and we picking up a promotion. Borrowing wisely or paying off a debt. So with this new money, you may be paying off debts. Be careful of people wanting to borrow from you. If you do give out loans, do it in a way where it's wise. Like, I'm not going to give you more than I can afford to lose because of the propensity or the risk of people not paying it back. Not just either not paying it back or not paying it back when you need it to come back. So don't be like, oh, okay, I got $400, and then I'm gonna give you three, but I'm gonna need that back by the 15th and put yourself in a bind. No, no, don't do that. So sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. I don't know if you're gonna be in a position to be charitable. That could be it. I feel like another deck. I was feeling the green cards, but Spirit said no. This one. So let's get the money out. What's so funny, y'all? I should show y'all these damn pajamas. My mom bought us some pajamas for Christmas for the holiday, and this is what they look like. She was like, we want you to sleep in the energy of money. I was like, please do. When you at that stage in life, you still raising teenagers and getting them out to school and higher education, but your parents are getting older, so they may need support because Social Security just don't get it. Right, so she was praying money over our life. Yeah, style is coming through. Damage in style. Watch out. Watch out for somebody that may be trying to cause reputational damage. And we kind of talked about that fairly recently. Like somebody may be trying to cause you reputational damage, or you may be faced with a situation. Somebody might be pulling on your undercurrents or on your heart energy, something that could trigger you, and you could say something or do something that could cause you reputational damage. So be cautious in how you respond to situations at this time. Is still the theme with, see, damage. Be careful. Be careful. So not just about damage from the past and recovering from that, because we picked up that energy, right? Some sort of repair. Somebody who may not have been ethical, you may have took a risk. This one, you want these? No. Just something. Goodness, you want something in here? This one? You want that too? No, it's a lot of energy around money. Healing. Look at that. Healing. And look, there's the gambling again coming through. Right? And somebody that was unethical. See, it's given like somebody has some sort of talent, and not just the attention and the fees, but it's given like the gambling and somebody having the ability to get you for something and eat off of your energy, or you took a gamble and it may have affected how you eat. That's what I'm getting, because you still came out with the 9 of Pentacles, so that's telling me that you still were more than self-sufficient to make things happen, whether it was just a combination of your coin, your energy, you still, the resources in general, you had the ability to move around, but that doesn't mean you didn't take a hit, and I'm feeling like somebody was still trying to bounce back from it. Yeah, guidance is here, and very determined to boss back, like to come back, to heal something. We do see style coming through. It's time to express yourself through design and art using your talent. And we just showed talent. Being creative. And we talked about the word creativity, like how this undercurrent could be stopping somebody. You may not realize how some of these things that hurt you in the past that you are still dealing with, or maybe not, it could be compartmentalized, that could mess with your ability to think clearly, to sit in your compassionate energy, to be creative. Right? It was another C that I can't remember it. It's too far gone. Yeah, it's something about just doing it. Right? Healing yourself, being ready to it's giving something about feminine energy, because it's definitely giving that. And I don't know, you don't have to be a feminine or female gendered person to feel your feminine energy. You just don't. Right? You can be a masculine, because we both have masculine and feminine energy. But it's something about you getting into your feminine energy, nurturing the alpha in you, Mother God, that which births all things. And it was so funny because I heard another reader say, you usually don't associate alpha with feminine. And I was like, that's because people out here ass fucking backwards. But that's just my opinion. See, learner. Like learning. And we saw this studying. It's never too late to learn something new, whether getting back to academia or just studying on your own. A new skill set or knowledge brings efficiency. And the efficiency in the learning or the knowledge is about how you balance your own internal energy, right? It is you being able to come out of this omega, emperor authoritative energy and sit in your alpha energy that is authoritative, but she's loving, she's balanced, she's nurturing, she's empathetic, she's sympathetic, she's, so all the other things. She's that mother energy. And sometimes we need to have ourselves remothered. We could need a level of comfort that we weren't able to give ourselves outside of the suck it up buttercup type of feeling. Sometimes you can't just suck it up. And even if you do, that doesn't mean that what you sucked up ain't still bothering you. You need to heal it. It's a difference between just sucking it up and healing it. But you will get rewards. And we talked about risk versus reward. We wrote that down. Your hard work will pay off. And this is something that you paid into from the past, right? Your performance is gaining attention. We saw the word attention. And you deserve rewards. You deserve the reward. Yeah, this was in reverse, transformation. And we saw the card transformation. But somebody needs to kind of allow themselves to go through this change. Change is coming for a brand new you. Embrace the transformation to enjoy the process. Sometimes change is uncomfortable, but it's worth it. To deal with the undercurrent is definitely uncomfortable, but it's worth it. Yeah, blessings. Ah, look at her name, little fat. Yeah, it's crazy because she loves cats. And she's a whole anime person, like she loves Hello Kitty. Unexpected fortune is about to come. This is a great time to enjoy the blessings pouring in. Your finances are doing well at the moment. That could be true for some and maybe not. But I'm getting you being very clever. Like Einstein clever, blowing wigs back. It's giving you on some celestial shit. You on next level. Working smart gets the work done. Focus on the basics to get better solutions. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple. Does it fucking add up? If it don't add up, then you know, right? And here's that balance, right? You coming to the point where you can take all that fucking armor off. You can breathe. You can be more flexible. You need to balance your career and your personal life. Honesty and business ethics are important to establish credibility in your work environment. And we definitely picking up honesty and ethics, right? Watch out, being aware of the sly foxes, being careful of who you deal with, especially when it comes to finances. You got that lesson. Somebody who wasn't being ethical, they did not hold their integrity. Right, you played the game and you may have lost a few coins, suffered some damage, but you can still heal your way from it. Not just workaholic and work your way back from it, but to heal and to learn how to balance yourself at the same time, to bring out that other side of you. Because you're balanced when you're in your masculine and your feminine. You can flow between your two energies. It keeps you, always responding in the right energy. Because sometimes you can respond from a different place and cause yourself reputational damage. She had told you healing. It's something that you need to heal through. Your finances are healing and they will heal quickly. Continue to do what's best. Somebody got a promotion coming. So your finances are going to heal with this promotion. So continue to do what's best and you will soon see great results. You have gained the energy that you need, restoring your energy. The spirit is going to bring your energy back to you, and it's going to heal you. Like, you're going to miraculously get the fuck up out this chair and go on. It's going to be one of those things. I'm seeing like one of those whole crazy scenes in like the movies where they come and give you something and then you start getting up and walking and it's all miraculous and shit. Yeah. Objective. Writing down your goals will help you in achieving them. Keep yourself on track to reach your dreams one step at a time. See, one step at a time, that's some shit. Spirit, y'all are. Spirit said so that you can get up and take one step at a time. It's going to heal you. It's going to heal you. Y'all, this is what we be getting all the time when we read cards. We be like, Spirit, did y'all really just say that? We go from being in a damn wheelchair and we was making a reference on being able like that miracle healing and you get up and walk away and shit and then they pull a card out and say one step at a time. That's hilarious. Get grounded. The spirit is getting ready to guide somebody to do something amazing. And look, it's two little energies coming together, right? It's giving masculine and feminine. Like, marry your divine masculine and feminine. And look, you are good at, what is that? Promotions. Didn't we see somebody who's gonna get a promotion? I don't know what this is, but that's what they wrote. Can y'all see this? Promotion coming. And they even wrote what, like, risk versus reward down here. All of these things they channeled. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales. Somebody is going to get a promotion and the spirit is going to guide you through it. Your angels and guides have your back. You are doing the work in the background to make way for your opportunities. So stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. And a part of the thing, the work that you need to do in the background of you is to deal with the undercurrent of you. What is the undercurrent? What's affecting you? What's keeping you from having a clear mind, a clear heart, being balanced in your energy? Because you need that balance to continue forward. It's repairing the damage. But you may not understand like how certain things could still be damaging you. I don't know why we got that. I'm seeing collaboration, connections, chances. That's another 3C. Collaboration, connection, and chances. Chances is definitely risk versus reward. Collaboration, the ability to work with other people. Connection, more people coming in for you to work with. This is how we gain new skills. This is how we advance. But somebody needs to deal with their feelings first. That's a part of it, right? If you don't deal with the undercurrent, you may have an issue with taking risks. You may sit it out. You might miss it, right? Because you are really trying to hold so much control. Talent. Somebody has a talent that's going to be tapped. And you performing and doing whatever it is you're doing, it could be in finances, it could be in investing, it could be in marketing, it could be in strategic planning, it could be influencing, it could be whatever it is that you're doing, you have a talent in it. Yeah. Whatever it is, it might be marketing because I keep feeling something with market. You see how the little basket? If you're thinking about making money in retail or online selling, this is a good sign to try it. It's also an opportunity to take your business on the internet. So the internet definitely is huge. You know, a lot of storefronts, you don't have the overhead of a brick and mortar building. You know, you can go through Etsy, you can go through Amazon. There's so many ways to bring yourself to market these days. A lot of people who are into literature or authorship, they self-publish, they self-produce. You know, people who make their own music videos. Like, you don't need the traditional distribution and marketing strategies of the past. So many doorways are open that you can make the pathway on your own. You only need to have your niche, right? Yeah, the charm. Get people to engage. Have faith. Restore the faith of that damage that it caused. And just like believe in your magic. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for coming through. this rising message, and we got to go because, we got other shit to do. We got other shit to do. I love y'all. Yeah, communicate. Somebody is going to get a communication. We keep picking this up. Communication. You need to ground yourself so that you don't fuck around and say some shit that will cause you reputational damage, beloved. I don't know who you are and what you do. And we kind of just spoke about the internet, and that is very, very prominent in these days. Something or somebody is always recording you. There's no way that you can do things pretty much and avoid a camera in these days. So yeah, be smart. King of Swords, right? Communication, sword. Eight of Swords, communication, right? Don't say something that could have you fucked up in the game, or you have to figure out a solution, a way out of it. Because like we said, the internet is huge plans, but it's like you can have huge plans in front of you to go and conquer some other shit, and somebody say something, your fire get lit, it's an argument. And I did see the lovers, and with two people here, it could be somebody that you were connected to, or that for somebody that you are connected to, and an argument could break out, and before you know it, somebody's recording you, the shit is posted, now you are getting reputational damage, it could affect your business. So always consider how you are reacting, beloved. Things extend beyond the current moment. Yes, it's always now. So you got to consider how you are reacting now, because your decisions in the now dictate your future. You will eat that. So be careful of how you react. I told you, Queen of Cups. Balance your emotion. Loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insight, caring for others but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition. Chariot in the moon. I feel like there is something coming, right, that you don't see. There could be a hidden truth being revealed that could make you emotional. So be careful of how you respond. Yeah, it's something from the past. It's going to come back. It's a hidden truth, and it could hurt you. You could get a call about it. I'm serious. So be cautious. Spirit. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. We can't say what we keep saying. We see the Eight of Wands, we see the Empress, and we see the Seven of Wands, or what is this, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's something that's gonna put you in fight mode, whatever it is. I don't know if it's because the Empress showed up and she hadn't been showing up in the read, so it could have something to do with a mother figure, another person. It could be, if you were a masculine, it could be with your ex-wife or something like that. Yeah, as I said, ex-wife. Here's the Ten of Pentacles, like saying like this is a marriage. Queen of Swords could be an ex-wife, right? Somebody that walked out the door, you had to walk out the door or leave home or something like that. This is something with that. Yeah, somebody may have had to leave home to walk towards their wish fulfillment. And I'm not saying that every breakup is because, one person, somebody was a piece of shit, something happened. But sometimes it just happens because people grow apart. I don't know. But this feels like somebody that you're separated from, you could get a communication. I don't know if it has something to do with justice, balancing something out, but it will require your attention. You could get upset, you could blow up, and something could happen to you in terms of reputational damage. Spirit is telling you to step into your strength, tame your inner beast, and to respond with it's giving calm, not just kindness, because I feel you may not have the energy to be kind, right? But you could be clear, concise, right? And you could communicate with honesty, but you don't have to get irate. You don't have to lose yourself in emotion that could cause you to miss out opportunities. Again, Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, a very harsh ending. Like, how do you do it from a higher level? Star energy, like elevate your vibration, raise your vibration, and come from you know, I don't know if it's spiritual or let your stars guide you to give you the wise counsel that you will need, because this situation for somebody could be is given infuriating. It can make you very passionate, very heated. It can make you explode. Like you could be enraged. It could trigger you. So we do see the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, right? Like to master your intensity and your passion and how you respond, right? Because behind the King of Wands was the King of Coins. Sometimes you understand that all the time. You understand that how you respond, how you lead yourself through certain situations that could test your resolve. They are things that will rile you up. They will make you passionate, make you angry. It will fire you up. But how do you manage it? You don't have to fight with the same tactic, right? It's chess, not checkers. So you have to decide how you're going to do things, because you don't want nobody to fuck up your blessings. King of Swords secures their blessings, right? So it's all about how do you see it. Collaboration. This situation could actually work for you if you let it. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I pray y'all have a great day. We may see you for the lunch live. We'll be back sometime today. Hit the notification bell. You know what I mean? If you subscribe, thank you so much for joining the channel. I appreciate you. My name is Lati. We are a spiritual reader, a channel messenger. The Alpha and Omega come through and bring the message. It ain't known to us at all, beloved. And I love you just like them. I do. I got to go. They told me to remind you that the word lives in you. So be conscious of how you use your words, because somebody could record that shit and then you have damage because you're the one that said it. To the next now. This was done. Ashe, beloved. Mwah.